good to have you with us. Explain a little bit about your company's business. You're talking about growth of about, what, 10% right now a year?
Actually, we've even done better than that. We've been averaging about 17% year on year for the last 7 years. So there's been a tremendous amount of growth in this space. Security equipment and technology is an important and growing industry, and Rapiscan has been part of that now for some time.
Now, previous to 9/11, you were making X-ray systems and metal detection equipment mainly for the airline industry. Where have you branched out?
Well, now we're a major supplier, of course, to TSA, and so we supply over half the systems that are currently at U.S. airports. We're throughout airports around the world. But since 9/11, we've also expanded into port and cargo inspection security. We do a tremendous amount of work in military protection, doing force protection and detecting IEDs. And we're also doing a lot of work at critical infrastructure locations. In fact, we just recently won the London Olympic Games to provide the security technology there as well.
Talk a little bit about the jobs growth at Rapiscan. You've opened facilities in North Carolina as well as Mississippi. You have business and engineering operations in California. Tell us about the geographical expansion.
So we've expanded, certainly in the United States, from our home base in Los Angeles, California, to the Silicon Valley, the Gulf Coast, and in North Carolina. Additionally, we've expanded to another facility in the United Kingdom, grown our facilities in India and Asia, and have even opened a recent new office in Brazil. We've seen growth of almost 400% in total number of employees that we've hired globally around the world.
Give us a little bit of an insight into the kinds of new security systems that you're deploying.
The focus now is really on how do we make it easier for passengers and faster for cargo shippers to move either move as a passenger onto the plane or move cargo through ports and onto consumers. So a lot of the work that we're doing is about adding software technology that will allow for liquids detection, allow you to keep your laptops in bags, and of course, we're trying our best to allow passengers to keep their shoes on.
Yes, indeed. Janet Napolitano, Homeland Security Secretary, saying that that might be something that could be repealed in the future. What kind of technology would mean that people don't longer have to take off their shoes?
We saw the first beginnings of it with the deployment of the advanced imaging technology, or AIT systems, also known as the body scanners. Those systems can be augmented, and we can add technology to them that would allow you, as you're walking through that scanner, for your shoes to be inspected as well without having to take them off, which I know as a father of 2 young children, it would be easier for me to travel through the checkpoint without having to take their shoes off.
Peter Kant, what about detection systems for hazardous materials, either going through the postal system or perhaps left in any kind of public venue?
Well, we do a fair amount of screening of parcels, packages, mail, shipments, overnights currently. But weapons of mass destruction and other hazardous materials has been an important area of growth for Rapiscan and in the industry. And the ability to detect chemical agents, biological agents is a growing industry, and certainly the technology has come a long way and almost ready to be deployed in a wide area.
Peter Kant, what kind of reception do you get on Capitol Hill? Do you get the idea that the government is going to continue spending on these Homeland Security devices?
Well, as we see today with the announcement of a credible but unconfirmed threat here in Washington and in New York, the terrorist threat continues to be an issue that policymakers are very much focused on. While there may be a leveling off in some areas of Homeland Security, at airports or the like, as new technology has already been deployed, there will still be a growing market in the United States and abroad for these technologies.
All right, I want to thank you very much. Peter Kant joining us as the Executive Vice President of Rapiscan, talking about Homeland Security spending in the United States. He joins us from Washington, D.C.